in my 11 years as superintendent, probably our busiest summer yet in terms of getting ready to go.
What's really unique about education is no matter what happened the previous year, you get a chance to start over with a fresh group.
Hardin County Schools is a great place to be. We will invest in you.
It's always a great day to be in Green Wave. Today's a little bit more special.
Good morning. Oh, Miss John.
Very proud to see that and all the excitement.
As we welcome them, we want them to feel, have a great school year, have the best experience, and we just want to love them, because that is why we're here, to ensure that our students have the best experience, best learning to take place in the classroom.
More than 100,000 students, 14 school districts are back in school across Kentuckiana this afternoon, including the state's biggest school district. That, of course, is JCPS.
We're giving you a roundup right here tonight at 5, as you just saw from those videos. From different school start times to changing bus routes, JCPS is seeing the most changes they've had in decades. Now, we knew there would be bumps in the road today. We were warned about it, and we are hearing from so many of you tonight. So we have team coverage from many parts of Jefferson County, from the new schools that just opened in West Louisville to some students being left at bus stops without a ride to school. The WHAS11 team is there, and we have you covered.
But first, it is 5 o'clock, and some JCPS students still aren't home. Some students aren't scheduled to be home until after 6 o'clock. Connor Steffen is in Hillview, where a parent says his kid's path to the bus stop is unwalkable. Connor?
Hey Doug, so we are here at the corner of Hillview and Blue Lake Drive, and we've seen about 2 buses, I think this is a third right now, dropping off some students here. We're expecting, I think, at least one more later on. JCPS has been telling parents, you know, this is a very true statement the first week of school. You have to have some sense of patience because the bus drivers need some time to figure out their routes. That could not have been more true for someone that we spoke with here today, a father picking up his 10th grader. His name was Wesley, and he told us that he was waiting for about 30 minutes before we got here, and then he is now gone. But I think in total he waited about an hour and a half over the time he was promised his son would be here. Another issue we had was with the bus stop location itself, since his 10th grader would have to walk it every day. It's about a mile and a quarter away from his home. Interestingly, the father actually walked the route himself, and then here's what he had to say after doing so.
The streets are so narrow, and because there is not a sidewalk, it's impossible for an adult to make that trip, let alone a 10th grader.
Yeah, and so, you know, this isn't a unique experience. We've actually heard quite a few parents speak with us specifically for stories, talking about how they are concerned about the routes that their students will have to walk if they're walking to get to their bus stop. The sort of silver lining here is that Wesley called the JCPS bus depot and he was told that there were some accommodations given to him. They changed the route to make it safer. So that is something that could happen for a lot of parents, but it seems like for now it's going to take a bit of time to get to that point. We know that 4,800 bus stop request forms have been submitted in the last week of July alone. Parents tell us that JCPS told them that they shouldn't expect to hear a response until after Labor Day. We're live here in Hillview. Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
They needed to do some changes to get everybody to school and get them in instruction, but they've caused some problems, at least in our area.
The start times for the schools have changed at JCPS this year, and so have many of the bus stops. Now, we've been hearing from drivers this week who wish that they had gotten their routes much earlier so they could have practiced a lot more on the roads.
We have also heard from parents today saying the buses were in late or in some cases never even showed up. Travis Breeze sharing parents' frustrations at the bus stop this morning. He experienced some pretty big hiccups in the system firsthand.
We are off of Fern Valley Road right now, just a little bit of ways from Shepherdsville Road, and this corner right behind me is supposed to be a bus stop for at least 2 different schools. I spent about an hour here this morning. I saw several buses drive by, but not one stopped at this corner. The intersection of Fern Valley Road and Clearwater Farms Boulevard is listed as a bus stop for Jessica Sibby's son. We were there at 7:04 a.m. when the JCPS bus finder said to be, but a bus never stopped here. We did, however, watch a bus carrying fellow students in uniforms drive by.
In the past with his bus stops, it's always had more communication as far as where the bus stop is going to be.
The family turned around and Sibby drove her son to school.
I really hope that we can get it figured out today.
Gianara Hernandez was also told this location was her stop for Marion C. Moore School.
I mean, there's a lot of cars. It's pretty unsafe.
This was her bus stop last year, and she says it often had issues.
They came pretty late most of the time, especially during the last few days.
She was supposed to be picked up at 6:45 a.m., and about an hour later, still no bus.
I don't know. I mean, my mom works, and she can't take me right now. She just went to her job.
At Seneca High School, Pam Lott sacrificed being late to work to drop off her student, Hannah.
I have to be at work at 8. The earliest I can drop her off is at 8 a.m., but Seneca is about 30-minute drive for my work without traffic.
A few days ago, Bus Finder gave them a stop that was an 18-minute drive away. As of this morning, they have no stop.
So it's not a long-term plan for you?
Not at all.
Families experiencing the first day blues and hoping things get better.
I know JCPS is trying and they're doing the best they can, and hiccups are expected, but this year they seem to be, thousands of bus stops still missing.
In Louisville, Travis Breeze, WHAS11 on your side.
So, as you're seeing already, a lot of issues and just one phone number for you to call, but this is going to be a popular number to call, probably going to be busy, but if you are having any issues with the school bus stops, you do need this number. You can call your child's school or you can call the bus stop hotline. It is 502-485-RIDE. You can also look at your bus's entire route on JCPS Bus Finder by putting in your school only, not your address, and that can help you see where other stops are right along the route. Well, let's move to Hardin County schools. They also brought students back to the school buildings today, and they hit the ground running in Hardin County, planning around 1,000 new kids and construction in the area.
The district is fully staffed with bus drivers, so the routes were ready to roll this morning. All 13 elementary schools, with the exception of Lakewood, released 1 hour early today. Superintendent Terry Morgan suggests parents expect busier roads as the new Blue Oval plant moves into E-Town, and Fort Knox brought in hundreds of new families.
I understand Fort Knox is going to be bringing in some soldiers. We want to welcome all of those families to Hardin County, and that's sometime in October, but they let us know that they'll be bringing in about 500 troops, and that equates to about 1,200 students.
Hardin County schools are also hiring, with about 20 open positions in that district right now. Well, there has been highs and lows all day for the first day back, and JCPS is navigating a lot of changes.
And they're still out there on the ride home again, and the district did implement the new school choice for the first time this year. New school start times rolled out district-wide, and there is a new bus stop system, as you're finding out, created by a third-party company, an out-of-town company. Dr. Marty Polio talked to our Haley Minogue at Fern Creek High School today about some of the successes and some areas that need improvement.
From buses scheduled to arrive after that start bell at the beginning of the day to buses not scheduled to leave until up to 40 minutes at the end of the day, parents, you've raised a lot of issues with the new bus scheduling.
We need to talk to the 20,000 students who were missing school last year for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to start the day. So yes, ideally we would have 2 start times. Ideally, we would get every kid home in 30 minutes. And they would have that time. But unfortunately, with the resources that we have right now, and most districts have across this nation, we had to make some tough choices.
We've heard from parents all over the county who are concerned about missed bus routes, late pickups, late drop-offs, and the large start time changes creating issues with their work days. We took these questions to the JCPS Superintendent, Dr. Marty Polio, as he toured Fern Creek High School this morning and pressed him for answers.
Those that are taking the longest to get home are usually those that are magnet students that go through one of our compounds or our depots and have to switch buses because that's the family choice. And often that's what a family has to weigh, is if they choose to go to a school that's farther away from home, they may be taking longer to get home. Now, that's not every single student, but that is the vast majority of the students who have a longer ride are those parents making that choice.
If you continue to have issues, Dr. Polio suggests calling 485-RIDE, the JCPS hotline number for bus issues. Dr. Polio did say they hope to have everything ironed out within the first 2 weeks of the school year so that parents will know exactly where their kids are supposed to be and those buses start running a little bit more efficiently. In Louisville, I'm Haley Minogue, WHAS11 on your side.
JCPS isn't the only district working through bus driver shortages. Bullitt County Superintendent Jesse Bacon told us today that they've got some work to do there. He told us the district anticipates having enough drivers to cover routes as students come home from school today. The last few years, they have increased pay when it comes to both teachers and their support staff. And the Bullitt County District is adding new technology, a transportation app. It will alert families to bus outages and bus shortages, bus route shortages and route changes, and when students will be picked up.
What we're really trying to do is invest in great, efficient, and effective two-way communication between all of our departments and our schools with home. We want to create great partnerships with our parents and with our community leaders, and so we're trying to put tools in place that will allow that to happen really seamlessly and efficiently from an operations standpoint, and make it easy to manage for our teachers and our support staff as well.
In Bullitt County, that new app will be unveiled later this year for parents to track their students' bus.
And we have to wish a very happy first day of school to Henry County students. The district has 6 schools, most of which are fully staffed. According to the superintendent there, that's Jim Masters. He says that it actually is something he attributes to the culture. This will be Masters' second year leading the district. He says this year schools will be focused on math, literacy, and clarity for learning.
So one of the things I'm excited about is for parents to ask their students, hey, what'd you learn today? Because as we go through the school year, our monitors, our bus drivers, food service, custodians, all of our staff members are going to be asking our kids, what'd you learn today? Or what'd you learn this week? And we're really going to celebrate the idea of being a continuing learner.
Masters added their goal is to make sure every student has a stress-free experience. That is why the district has set up a special page on its website just for frequently asked back-to-school questions. You can find it at henry.kyschools.us under the Parent Information tab.
We do want to see the first day back to school. Your photos. Just text us a photograph along with your student's first name to the number on your screen here at WHAS 11 News. Again, text your pictures to 502-582-7290.